Hi guys, welcome back to another video with PRATHAM Test Prep. This is your host Sanjeev Bhatia again, and we are back with a new video on your legal affairs for your law entrance in 2022 and 2023. So if you are new to the channel, don't forget to hit on the like, share and subscribe button. And also, if you are looking for any help or any counseling, you can definitely give us a call on 5 times 9 75392. And also, if you are not a part of a Telegram channel, do make sure that you are subscribing to our Telegram channel under the name of CLAT@Pratham. Now, there are news and articles that have been put up, and we also provide you notifications for new sessions that are coming up for all the subjects across. Now, the first news for the day, that is the trial court cannot qualify life imprisonment awarded by it to the remainder of natural life. Right. So the Delhi High Court has reiterated the position of the law laid by the apex court that a trial court cannot qualify the imprisonment of a life awarded by it to remainder of natural life. Now, the division bench that was comprising of Justice Mukund Gupta and Justice Mini Pushkarna has observed that while awarding life sentence for remainder of life to 3 men for gang rape and murder of a 3-year-old minor child, observing that the same was done in a diabolic and a brutal manner. Now, here the trial court convicted the trio under section 376(2) and the 302 of the Indian Penal Code and had sentenced them to undergo life imprisonment for the remainder of their natural lives. Okay. Now, while upholding their conviction, the bench observed that as per the Union of India versus V. Sidaraman @ Murugan and others, power to impose a modified punishment providing for any specific term of incarceration or till the end of the convict's life as an alternate to death penalty can be exercised only by the High Court and the Supreme Court and not by any other inferior court. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे ट्रायल कोर्ट जो है वो क्वालिफाई नहीं करती लाइफ इम्प्रिजनमेंट अवार्ड करने के बाय इट टू द रिमाइंडर ऑफ द नेचुरल लाइफ. मतलब नेचुरल लाइफ जब तक वो इंसान खुद ही नहीं मर जाता, बेसिकली फॉर हिज एंटायर लाइफ ही विल बी स्टेइंग इन prison. Now, coming to the next case for the day, that the prisoners do not have voting rights. That's what the ED has opposed by saying not giving temporary bail plea of Anil Deshmukh and Nawab Malik ahead of Rajya Sabha elections. Now, the Enforcement Directorate has opposed application that was filed by the imprisonment former Maharashtra Home Minister Anil Deshmukh and State Cabinet Mr. Nawab Malik, who are seeking temporary bail for 1 day to cast their vote in upcoming Rajya Sabha elections, starting that the prisoners do not have voting rights under the Representatives of the People Act, that is the RP Act. Now, the elections are scheduled for June 10th, that is today. Now, it is pertaining to mention that prisoners do not have voting rights under the Representative of People. The right to vote is a statutory right created under Section 62 of the RP Act, and the law is settled that the right to vote, being a statutory right, is subject to the restrictions prescribed in the RP Act. Now, the probe agency said, adding that hence the said application is liable to be rejected at this very threshold. Now, coming to the next case for the day, that is bigamy is a continuous offense, right? Wife's consent for the second marriage is immaterial. That's what the Karnataka High Court has said. So it has said that bigamy under the section 494 of the Indian Penal Code is a continuing offense, and even the consent of the wife of the subsequent marriage would become immaterial for consideration of the offense. Now, a single judge bench of Justice M. Nangarapasanan has made the observation while dismissing a petition that was filed by a 76-year-old man and his third wife seeking to quash the criminal proceedings initiated against them by the man's first wife. Now, the court also said that the proceedings against the first and the second petitioners cannot be quashed as the offense is admitted by the first petitioner. in the petition, it being with the consent of the first wife or with the consent of the first or the second wife for the third time would become immaterial for the consideration of the offense of bigamy. So it is a continuing offense. It doesn't matter if you are consented for it or not. Okay. Now coming to the next case, that is taking away the right of the candidate to be considered in general category if he is not found to be entitled for the reservation to sort by him violates of Article 14 and 16. That's what the Punjab and Haryana High Court has said, that it held in the matters pertaining to the appointment to any office under the state. The general category seats are to be filled from the merit list first, and thereafter the reserve category seats are to be allotted as per the assigned quota. Now, regardless of whether a candidate is found or not found entitled to reservation sought by him, he still has the right to be considered in an open general category as per the intent of Article 16 of the Indian Constitution. That's what Justice Arun Monga has held in the Punjab and Haryana High Court. So this is what is being said here. Now coming to the next case, that SCST Act cannot be invoked merely because the relative or the mother of the person, victim's mother, belongs to scheduled caste, right? So that's what the Karnataka High Court has said in the case whose one parent belong to the scheduled caste community and other parent to forward caste will have to his complaint under the Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribe Prevention of Atrocity Act, specifically pleaded that he belongs to the scheduled caste. A single judge bench of Justice Ananga Prasanan has said that though the mother does not lose the status of scheduled caste after marriage, the status of the son to complain that his scheduled caste and accused are amenable for punishment under the act is axiomatic. Now, the whole hog of pleadings in the complaint should be made while registering one such complaint by a child whose parents are both scheduled caste and forward caste, right? So that's what court has said in this case also. Mandatory eco-sensitive zones. Now, recently the Apex Court has directed that every protected forest, national park, wildlife sanctuary across India shall have mandatory eco-sensitive zone of minimum 1 kilometer starting from democratic boundaries. Now, this directions came from 3-judge bench comprises of Justice L. Nageshwar Rao, Anirudh Bose, and B.R. Gawai. Now, this has said that how India's natural resources has been for years ravaged by mining and other activities. It held that government should not only act like a facilitator of economic activities for immediate upliftment of fortunes of the state, and minimum mining within the national parks and wildlife sanctuaries will not be permitted, right? So these are some of the important legal news for the week. These are 5 to 6 legal newses that are very important for you to research on further. If you're looking for that, you can definitely write the headings of these newses and you'll be able to find a dedicated more newses on that. If you want to read that for basic information, this is a complete informative video for you for your exam, right? So thank you for joining me today on this live session, guys. It was an immense pleasure to meet all of you, and I hope you all are preparing very, very well for your CLAT examinations, because it's just in a week now. Very less time is in your hand. So do make sure that you are solving your mock test. If you are someone you have just started your preparation, do make sure that you are solving the previous year papers. If you are a Pratham student, make sure that you are reading your legal current affairs and you are revising all what you have studied, because if you are a person who has not started yet, then your case will be different. But if you have someone who has studied the course, please start revising your course. Don't wait for much more time. Give mocks, 2 to 3 more. 2 mocks are enough. And you can start revising all the things that you have done. So that will be very, very important for you. So thanks for joining this live session. Hope you all take care of yourself. Have a nice day and also study hard on this weekend. That will definitely help you and push you forward for your CLAT examinations. Thank you, guys. Take care of yourself and have a very beautiful day ahead.